Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. We are here together in this new beginning called Friday, and it is insanely loud outside my apartment. Thank God they're doing most of the work at the front, so it's at least muffled, which is great. And it's not full blown looniness. But hopefully, everything in your world is going well. You're treating yourself well, and we are all this morning just in awe of what happened yesterday in the game against Tampa Bay and Kirk Cousins. And we'll talk about that when we get back. But Kirk Cousins has shown why he got paid. I had to look at the stat over and over again. I believe it's like 535 yards passing or total offense, something like that. Just insane. Source of Light, be right back.
Let your heart soar among the clouds. Let your mind be free of suffering. Let your soul shine light across the universe. Choose to see life as a series of lessons. Hello, my brother. It's great to work from you. What a wide blue bright and bin moon. Never stop being in a dark world. I couldn't have made without your support and guidance. Hello, my brother. It's great to hear from you. What a wide bright in a bin moon. Never stop being source of light in a dark world. I couldn't have made without your support and guidance.
Nice. Nice way to start your morning, eh? Something smooth. Smooth jazz that was generated on Udio. And I'm just looking right here. I'm going to try to share what I'm seeing here. Facebook. Click. There you go. Then you guys can see what I'm seeing. Unbelievable. Week 2 took the lead with 34 left versus the Eagles. 4-1 a game winning versus the Saints, and now they've won a game against the Buccaneers. So they've won some insanely powerful games. Like the last 3 have shown that Kurt is back. But oh my God, what a statement last night. That was crazy. That was the most enjoyable game I think I've seen in a very, very long time. It was hands down for me the best game this year. For me. I like high scoring games. I'm not a real lover of defensive battles. It looked like, though, that Tampa Bay was going to cruise to a win and maybe by 3 to 6 points. And then it went to overtime, and that's what happens. Anybody can win in overtime. Anybody. But the naysayers, now what are they going to say? I don't know. But it's 1 week, right? This is just 1 week. It's not, it doesn't really mean a whole lot at all. So we'll have to see that. Oh, this is good. This is exactly what I need right there. See, sometimes you get what you need. Joe Flacco looked phenomenal the other day. Aaron Rodgers has been looking great. And now Kirk Cousins. So wisdom and having some depth to your knowledge of the game and knowing how to deal with certain situations is a true benefit, right? Like he fought for that. That did not happen. That didn't look like it was going to happen until the very end. Like you couldn't have wrote a better script as far as I'm concerned. It was unbelievable. Let's see what we have here. Let's do this one right here. Let's do some background. So you can play music now with Restream that is your music, not Restream's music. But Restream makes stuff that you can use for your broadcast. You just don't know what you're going to get. It's kind of iffy. Sometimes it's okay. Most of the times it doesn't have the depth of what I would make yet. Like this is beautiful. So 42 catches, 58 attempts, 509 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. Oh my God, what would have his fantasy points been? If you would have had that in a crystal ball for your fantasy, some people are saying, I knew he had it in him. This is a year that I think it's going to be insanely close week to week, and you can't get too emotional about who's winning or not winning. That's a great story, though. Aw. Happy birthday, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Was that yesterday? 23 hours ago. Would have been nice if he would have lived just a little longer. He really was one of a kind in so many ways. I loved his voice, too. It's now 267 days since the Miami Dolphins last had a lead in a football game. Oh my God, that's bad. We've got the Toronto Maple Leafs here. They are absolutely loved. All right. I need to, just for a moment, gather my thoughts and get everything set up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play a tune, and then we're going to go through the games I didn't do yesterday. So I'll be right back. It'll be quick. Should be like 2 minutes, tops. Love that tune. That's an instrumental made on Suno, and I have scrambled eggs for a brain this morning. I literally, I literally do, but I'm doing my best here. And luckily, I've done this for so long. You've learned to go with the flow, right? It's crazy, Bill. Let's look right here for a second. All right. Beautiful Unity, Soulful Unity Groove. That's a tune that I made a while ago that I thought would be cool to have an image for it. Let's do a little bit of spiritual this morning because it is the spiritual side of football. Life is too short to be anything but happy. So kiss slowly, love deeply, forgive quickly, take chances, and never have regrets. Well, I think that's impossible. Not to ever have regrets. We all have regrets. I don't care who you are. There's um, there's always moments of regret, unfortunately. Now, what is this? This looks old. Yeah. Now, how much? This is week 2. Look at how much it has changed and not changed since week 2. Yeah. Now, Dak Prescott is not really taking the world on fire. Gardner Minshew is not as well. But Geno Smith is way up there now. So I'm going to try to get that list. But it shows you that in 3 weeks, things can change so dramatically. Power rankings. Let's have a look here. It'll be interesting to see now how much they'll change. I still say that's pretty accurate. The only thing that may be in there now because of that win is you will see Tampa Bay slip down a bit. I think Minnesota should be up further. San Fran is still a mess, right? They're still working on stuff. And the Lions, isn't that beautiful? That's so gorgeous. Okay, I'm going to have a quick look here at the NFL. Go to Google. Here we go. And we'll go through this together. And I see it right there. And yesterday, that was one hell of a day. All right. So I think I need to hit the second one, right? Game recap. Is this the right one? Okay, just curious. Not seeing the stats here that I want to look at. What a great game, though. Oh my God, that was so good. So at one point it was 27-27. And then the Buccaneers went up by 3. And then the field goal to tie it up, which was phenomenal. That talk about a clutch play with 0 time left on the clock. And that's why having a really good, missed. I haven't seen this. A missed tackle, and it's over. It's done. It's all done because of a missed tackle. Wow. And then you've got Baker Mayfield, who's just stunned. That's one that slipped away. Interesting. Yeah. Look at that. Just outran everybody. A mind fart. Just for a moment. Had a mind fart. Oh, well. It happens. It happens. But that game, it sure looked mid-tier wise, I'd say in the second quarter of it. It looked like Tampa was going to take it. And it goes to show you if you fight all the way to the end, and how many times have, the 49ers done that? And how many times have Kansas City done that where they just find a way to win? And I had a feeling it was going to be high scoring. I am still blown away by 502 yards total passing, 4 touchdowns. There's many teams that didn't have that production in the first 3 games in the league total. In the first 3 games they played didn't have 502 total yards of offense. And many that didn't have that in 2 games. So hats off to Kirk Cousins. He's looking like he's back. But every team's different. I'm telling you, he would not have that time if it had been Minnesota. I still think Minnesota's the best team. I do. I think they're so insanely dangerous. All right, let's have a look here. I'm going to go back. I'm going to show you what I'm seeing here. All right. Da, 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 da. Okay, here we go. So we've got Baker Mayfield, 19 catches from 24 attempts, 180 yards, 3 TDs. That's pretty amazing production, right? Then you've got Kirk Cousins, 42 catches, 58 attempts, 509 yards. It says here. Which one is right? 4 TDs and 1 interception. Okay. And then the running game, Rashad White had 72 yards from 10 carries. Bijan Robinson had 61 yards and 12 carries. They contained him. Chris Godwin, 5 receptions, 64 yards. And Drake London, 12 receptions for 154 yards, 1 TD. And the first quarter, pretty much was even Steven, except for a field goal. Second quarter, we're looking at the Falcons had a touchdown with Darnell Mooney. And then Mike Evans came back and countered. And then we had another field goal. And then Sterling Shepard. Yeah. Had a touchdown. So, yeah, if you look third quarter, field goal. Nothing happened in the third quarter. So they basically contained each other. Fourth quarter, Falcons had a touchdown. Baker's team, Chase got a field goal and then a field goal to tie it up. So, man, was that close. And then Hodge, 45-yard pass from Kirk Cousins for the win. And it was lights out. But it looked to me, most of the game was contained by the Buccaneers. They looked like they were in control. At least to me, it looked that way. But looks can be deceiving. And then you look at the statistical data, and the Falcons had huge production. So it's probably shocking that it isn't a higher score, right? You would assume with that many passing yards that it probably would have been more like 45, right? So it says a lot about the Buccaneers being able to keep them at bay. I think that's wonderful. Okay, so what do we got here? NFL. Let's have a look together. And I will have a peek here. Can I move this? Yeah, I'm going to move it over here so I can see better. Okay, good. Thank you to the eyeballs that are here. We appreciate you being here. Thank you this morning. Best game I've seen this year, especially on a Thursday night. Oh my God, that was phenomenal. Unbelievable, in fact. Okay, so I'm looking at... I can't really move this over, can I? No, that's not gonna do anything. So I think this is as good as it's gonna get unless we do this. Let's go like this. Okay, that might be better. All right. So the Jets this Sunday and the Vikings, and I'm 99% sure that we're going to see domination from the Vikings. I would love to be wrong. Uh, I'm worried for Aaron Rodgers. The Vikings just are so intense. Like if you're ever talking about a team that's a bully, they're roughhousers. That they remind me of the Ravens last year. The Ravens were kind of like that. And every once in a while you would see that also from the Raiders. The Raiders were sometimes like that, and the Browns sometimes were like that, and the Steelers. But more consistently, I would say the Ravens last year were the most dominant. I've been expecting more defensively from Philly, and it's just not happening. Panthers and Bears, that's going to be a close game. And I think I said that the other day, but I believe if the Panthers are going to win, they need to win here. This is their allotment, their slot. I don't know what I wrote. I'm going to have a look here because I have no idea. Woo! Piece of paper. So I had Tampa Bay yesterday, Minnesota. I've got Chicago against the Panthers. I put that down, but I believe the Panthers have a great opportunity there to win. I have regained faith in the Dolphins against the Patriots. I don't know how wise that is, but I put that down. And the Browns and the Commanders, I think the Commanders will do well against the Browns. But don't ever underestimate the Browns. They are such an insanely gifted team. The Colts and the Jaguars, I don't know. If Joe Flacco's quarterbacking, yes, it could be very high scoring. The Jaguars are due for a win. They really are. If they're going to do it, they got to get going. Like, they're zero, right? They have 0 wins, 4 losses. Bills Texans, this might be the best game on Sunday. That'll be insane. And I think they're evenly matched in many ways. The Texans have more weapons, no doubt about it in my book. They're stacked as long as everybody's healthy. The Ravens and the Bengals, that should be super entertaining. And that'll be close as well. What did I put? I can't remember. I don't know if I wrote it down. I got Baltimore. Yeah, I got Baltimore against that. But don't underestimate Joe Burrow. And they may be firing on all cylinders by then. It'll be interesting. A lot of that's going to come down to injuries. This should be a really tight game. The Raiders and the Broncos. I would love to see the Broncos win, only because I like Bo Nix. Did I write the Broncos down? I put Denver. Yeah. So I'm consistent at least. And in this game, I've got Arizona against the 49ers. I think the 49ers are in a position where they could be overtaken, kind of like what they've done over the last couple of years with the Cowboys. So I think there's a great opportunity for the Cardinals to win there. The Giants and the Seahawks, that should be a good game, but I think the Seahawks will definitely show dominance here and beat them. What did I put down? Seattle, yeah. And Packers and Rams. And I'm thinking for sure, right? Green Bay. Did I put Green Bay here? Yeah, I put Green Bay down. That makes sense. But, if some people are feeling better and they come back, like Puka Nakua, but I doubt it. I don't think that's in the forecast. Cowboys and the Steelers, that should be closer than you think. That might be an insanely entertaining game, actually. A defensive battle. Who did I put? I think I put the Cowboys. I don't see it here. Let me see. Dallas. Yeah, I put Dallas down. And then we have the Saints and the Chiefs. I got Kansas City. Okay. So nothing startling there. Can the Saints beat the Chiefs? Sure. Why not? Will they? I don't think so. I don't think so. So yeah, that should be interesting. All these, but the best matchup in my books is the Bills and the Texans, and then maybe the Ravens and the Bengals. The upset I'm seeing is probably the Cardinals beating the 49ers, only just because they're so riddled with injuries. The Rams are a team, if they get healthy, that could fight back at the end, but I highly doubt it. The Saints just haven't been as dominant as they were the first 2 weeks, but that's okay. They're not always going to be phenomenal. So, yeah, so those are my predictions. I had Tampa Bay yesterday, so I lost. I've got Minnesota, Chicago, Baltimore, Miami, Washington, Colts, Buffalo, Denver, Arizona, Green Bay, Seattle, Dallas, and Kansas City. But the Dallas one, I would not be shocked if the Steelers win there. And that would not be good for the Cowboys. That should be one hell of a matchup. It really should be. So I don't know what you guys have got, but for fantasy, anybody who's got Kirk Cousins right now is probably very happy. All right, I'm going to put a tune on, try to gather my thoughts here. I'm glad I got all that done. But honestly, you'd be better to flip a coin lately than pick the teams. They're just too close. And anybody can beat anybody any week. It's weird. The only team to me that seems rock solid and is Minnesota. That's it. If you look at the statistical data of the Chiefs, the defense is keeping them in it. The coaching is keeping them in it. All right, what do we got here in the file? All right, we played You Make Me Smile. Oh, let's do this one. I love one. This one's so uplifting. Here we go. This will help. Good morning around the world.
Not so long ago, not so far away, I was a lost soul, searching for the day, wandering aimless in a darkened haze, longing for that light to guide my ways. But I believe in the power to forgive. I believe we can truly live in a state of peace and grace. If we open our hearts to From those depths of sorrow, a new dawn arose, washing away my fears, healing inner woes. Your love was the beacon that showed me the way to bask in forgiveness and grace's bright ray. I believe in the power to forgive. I believe we can truly live in a state of peace and grace. We open our hearts to love's embrace.
One of my favorite creations is that. So I'm going to show you guys what I'm working on right here. And you can do this with Gronk. Top screen here. I think this is what I want right here. There you go. You can see it. We'll share it with you. And we are on Restream right now. So, yeah, I just made this. Fantasy football leaders, NFL. And it's not soccer players, because that sometimes happens. Who do you think this weekend, guys? Who do you think is going to be some of the top players? I don't know. It's a real crap bag. Like, no one could have predicted what happened last night with the game. Come on. Unless you had a crystal ball or you can do time travel of some sort. I don't think you could have predicted the winner of that game in the second quarter. That's how close it was. Baker Mayfield has not even been talked about in MVP at all, but the it's crazy. I'm just going to show you here. I'm going to do another one, and we'll see what we come up with here. You can also ask it any statistical information you want as well. So, yeah, see, now it's just making ridiculous fantasy stuff. See this here? Isn't this funny? And that's what it does. You get craziness. It just makes stuff up. I'll do one more. All right, let's see. Let's see if I can change this and make it like text. Yeah, see, that's so funny. That's a cool graph, but it doesn't mean anything. It's like gibberish. Okay, let's see here. Top fantasy football NFL leaders for week 5. Let's see what it does. Let's see what it gives us. Okay, so they're saying Josh Allen, and when I say we're looking at Grok, right? And Derek Carr, Alvin Kamara, Devon Achane, Chris Godwin, Nico Collins. See, Mark Andrews has done nothing. And defense and special teams, they're saying San Francisco 49ers. And look at here, they've got usual suspects. Look, kickers are like the dark matter of fantasy football. You know what you import. Oh, okay. This is interesting. We can click this. Let's do this. So I saw this. How accurate is this? This is for week 4. Interesting. I would have Minnesota at 1 here, in all honesty. But, okay. So this is the thoughts from Eric here. Okay, that makes sense. Let's see what we have here. Let's have a look at this. Interesting. See, this to me is more useful. If you look here, Malik Neighbors, okay, Nico Collins, Juwan Jennings, yeah, Roma Duze, yes, Amari Cooper, and Cortland Sutton. And this is interesting. See, I find this useful. Now, who is this guy? Am I following him? I am. Oh, yeah. Okay, I knew who that is. As soon as I saw him. Yeah, these are like the kings of football. Analyzing, right? Interesting. These are wild graphs here. What is this? Gonna get bigger? Oh, neat. Statistical stuff. Yeah, you can dive deep into statistical stuff. You can go crazy. I'm gonna actually save this and have a look at it later. Maybe I'll learn something. Fantasy, you could be doing it for 10 years, and I'm talking football, and you will never learn it all. There's just no way, and there's no way you can ever be any better than probably 60% correct. The best are 60% correct. That just shows you how much wiggle room there is. A little weird, eh? Okay, let's see what we have for tunes here, and I can regather my thoughts. So, Path to Grace is the one we played before that. I love that song. Make Me Smile is one that I made recently, and it's an instrumental. Together We Rise. I didn't play that one. Let's play that one.
In this world of many storms, we seek shelter in a heart so warm. Through the struggle we're never alone. For unity we find our home. The gentle whispers in the night, guided like a beacon bright. Holding hands, feeling strong. We sense the souls belong. Together we'll break down every wall. In our strength we'll stand tall. Beautiful dreams shared through time. In compassion we'll forever climb. In the world that feels so vast, we find our way in the love that lasts. Compassion leads us through the night. Kindness shines the guiding light. Together we rise, with a thought so clear. And unity, we overcome every fear. Beautiful souls, in harmony we stand. Hand in hand, across this land. Through the echoes of the past, with lonely hearts who once our cause, we reach out with hands so kind. A gentle touch for peace of mind. We are the dreamers of this earthly place. In our grace we'll leave a trace. Kind hearts beating a rhythm true. Together we'll build a world anew. Together we rise with a power so clear. Unity, we transcend every fear. In a quiet where the heart beats me, lonely souls find a rhythm so sweet. Through the darkness we light up the night, carrying hope with dreams taking flight. Kind words echo like a soft-soothing song. In the embrace of love we all belong. Building bridges, mending a torn. In this unity who was born. Together we'll break down every wall, with compassion as our call. Manage your own. In a world painted with hues of gray, we find a light and make our way. Through the struggle and endless fight, together we'll shine, night in the night. Gentle voices will lift each other high, guiding one another through the stormy sky. With open hearts we lay our fears aside, in this family where our spirits abide. With compassion, our footsteps fall, building bridges, standing tall. Amidst the silence, hearts start to sing. Be a mighty love that it brings. In the warmth of us embrace, we discover a peaceful place. Whispers of guidance, leaving prints of gold. In this tapestry, our stories unfold. With every step, the bond grows strong. In this family, we all belong. Together we rise like the morning sun. A brighter world for everyone.
I actually like that ending. It's a good one. It's definitely getting brighter in here. That's great. It started off at the beginning of the broadcast really, really quiet. Oh, I just picked a coffee up. I'm so happy. Justin Herbert, is he going to shine this week? Is he going to be feeling better? Jalen Hurts, is this a good week for him for fantasy football? I hope so. It feels good, to be honest. I honestly think Trevor Lawrence is going to turn it around this week. I think it's going to be better. I think there's a good chance they could win. I've been feeling that. No logic, just a feeling. Dak Prescott, I think they're going to get their stride in the next 2 weeks. There may be some very sudden changes, though. We'll see. Things don't really happen quickly with the Cowboys. But you never know. Frustrations run high. Things happen. Aaron Rodgers, I think he's going to have a very win a game, lose a game, win a game, lose a game, win a game, that kind of thing. It's not going to be win 5 straight. I highly doubt it, but I would love to see that. Kirk Cousins blew my mind. 502, 509, whatever total passing production was. Wow. But he's always done that throughout his career. He's always been kind of steady Eddie. Lamar Jackson, you can guarantee he is one of the best fantasy choices. Can't go wrong with him. Or Kyler Murray. Or Geno Smith right now is a great choice. Jordan Love might be someone to pick up if you can. Tua Tagovailoa wants to come back. They're talking week 8. What do you think? I think it's crazy. Brock Purdy, always steady, always in the top 5, always underrated, always looked as a piece. Not so much a leader, and yet he does so many things statistically insanely well, to the point of how many years will he have to do that before he's considered not part of the system? We'll have to see. Baker Mayfield, I thought, played a great game last night, but it's pretty hard to beat Kirk Cousins when he gets 509 yards production, passing, and 4 TDs. It's tough. But to me, the first 2 quarters, the Falcons looked kind of asleep. They got stronger as the game came on, and then in the third quarter, nobody did anything. They just held each other off. They must have been just doing circles. 2 kicks. Jared Goff looks steady, good this year. CJ Stroud, we'll have to see how he does this weekend. I think he's a good choice as well, if you can pick him up through a trade. Matthew Stafford, I'm a little worried because he's always hurt, just because he's older, but we've learned that older quarterbacks are good choices, right? Look at Joe Flacco last week. That was phenomenal. Derek Carr is another older quarterback who can always shock you. You never know week to week how he can do. Will Levis. I don't have the same faith that other people do. Daniel Jones. He looks better than last year, but who wouldn't look better? He's got better weapons, right? He definitely has better weapons this year. Sam Darnold. Wow. Still blown away. Keep thinking the air will come out of the balloon. Don't want that to happen. Not wishing that. Bo Nix is doing about as well as I thought he would. Is he a better choice long term than what they had? And is he more affordable? Absolutely. Russell Wilson, will he get a start this year? If Justin Fields keeps playing the way he's playing, there is no reason to ever have our friend in there again. And he may, unfortunately, become a good backup, kind of like Joe Flacco. And he'll have moments. Does he throw like Joe Flacco? No. He does a lot of things right, though. It's just that's the problem. You lose a step here. The system's maybe not perfect for you. I think Justin Fields is showing the deep cracks and flaws in the systems of Chicago and in that organization because we're seeing the same problems reappearing, even with a better roster. But even that is imploding. I did not anticipate that. I thought that would be a team that would just jump right out of the blocks and do well. Deshaun Watson at times looks really good. He really does. And then other times he's kind of sloppy. He reminds me of Anthony Richardson. Same thing. Anthony Richardson is either doing a highlight reel for the ages to see, or it's like, why did he throw it over there? Who was he throwing it to? What was he thinking? Why is he putting his body at risk? These are all questions I constantly ask myself with him. Do I like him? Oh, yeah. He's phenomenal. He is phenomenal. He's unbelievable. And then if we look here, we're looking at, let's see here. We did week 4. We just finished that. We're into week 5. We just went through all of that together. And I think we're going to see some cool results. I'll tell you, week 6 is really interesting to me, and I'll tell you why. You've got the 49ers against the Seahawks. And I think that will be a great game. This should be a fun game too, believe it or not. The Jaguars and the Bears. And these are ones that are not easy to predict. I think before I make a choice on these, I really like to see the outcome of what happens this week. The Colts and the Titans, that's always entertaining. That's next week, not this week, but next week. The Cardinals and the Packers. Cardinals can beat anybody 1 week. If they get hot, they can beat anyone. They showed that last year. You know, they didn't beat crappy teams last year. They beat good teams. It was weird. It was like everything fired in the right direction for them, or they had good mojo. Chargers, I'm not as gung ho as everybody else. I've said that I see deep flaws in their roster. They're of the pieces that they had that were efficient are now hurt. I think it'll be good to look at the injury reports in the next 2 weeks. The Bills last week showed that they were human. This will be fun next week. The Bills and the Jets. Well, it's not for a while. It's not till October 14th, but that'll be a great game. Also, Sunday, October 13th, the Lions and the Cowboys. That's another great matchup. The Steelers and the Raiders, two teams that are incredibly similar. That is a great matchup as well. So it looks like a lot of thought was put in to week 6. And I think the Bengals actually have an easy game. So do the Falcons. What is the Falcons? Let's just have a look here for a second. Very curious. Just want to look at something here. All right. So I'm just going to have a look here. All right. So if we look here, the Falcons had a slow start. right? They got beat by the Steelers. They won by 1 point against the Eagles. And then the Chiefs just beat them. We're not talking a big blowout. We're talking 5 points, 22-17. And then they beat the unbeatable Saints. And now they beat the Buccaneers. So, you know what? They've played, if you look at this, really well for a person who's coming back from Achilles injury. So keep your eye out for the Falcons. We may have underestimated what was going on there. Yeah, this is. If you look, these are close wins here. Okay, so now I'm curious. They should be able to beat the Panthers, right? That's October 13th. This is a tough game. I don't know if they'll win this one against the Seahawks. That's October 20th. And then they play the Buccaneers again on the 27th. So, yeah, they got some tests here coming up. They're also playing the Cowboys in November. And then they play the Saints again in November 10th. So, it's not an easy schedule by any stretch of imagination. And I wouldn't doubt that they go 2 wins, 1 loss, 2 wins, you know. Again, it comes down to injuries, right? The Buccaneers. Let's just have a look here. All right, so they're 3-2, and Atlanta now is 3-2. Wow, it's exactly like I thought it's going to be. It's going to be so close with all the teams. It's crazy. The AFC, the Bills are on top with 3 wins, 1 loss. The Jets are 2-2, Patriots are 1-3, and the Dolphins are 1-3. God, that's bizarre. Then if you look at the AFC West, here, let's put this up here. Sorry, folks. Start screen sharing. Is that what I want? New. This is what I want right here. There we go. Okay, we're back. Sorry. I was deep in thought mode there. Not that you're going to see it very well anyways, but we'll try here. Let's see if we can make it bigger for you. Okay. So if you look here, the Chiefs have the perfect record, but in the AFC West, no one's even in the same ballpark as them. And I can see this being very 500 for all these teams here, right? Chargers, Broncos, Raiders. Steelers in the AFC North are in first place, just edging over the Ravens, who are now at 500. The Browns are a dumpster fire, and the Bengals are a dumpster fire. And very few teams that start off like that end up in the playoffs. It just doesn't work out, which is shocking. So then you look at the Texans, who are 3-1, which is the same record as the Buffalo Bills, right? And then again, we've got 2-2, 1-3, and the Jags, no wins. But if you notice here, there is not sheer dominance of any team here at all. The Commanders are 3-1, which is the same as the Bills, right? You got the Cowboys that are at 500 football, Eagles 500 football, and the Giants were close a couple times where they would have been 500 football. So this is a very interesting division, the NFC East. I would not be shocked if you see the Commanders and the Eagles throughout the year fight for that first position. I would be beyond blown away if you see the Cowboys win that division. They're looking like if they don't get their act together really soon, they are not going to make the playoffs this year. And maybe that's what they need. It's a wake-up call. I don't think anybody would have anticipated that the Seahawks would be in first place in the NFC West with a record that is the same as the Bills. The Bills did not look good at the beginning of the year. Most people were thinking this isn't going to work out, right? The Rams have such potential. The 49ers have such potential. Is it their fault, the 49ers? No, I don't think so. I don't think it's coaching, but they've always been a team, and I talked about this at the beginning of the year. You lose one piece in that system, it suffers. If you lose two pieces, you're not the same team. If you lose three pieces, you're in trouble. And they've lost some weeks 6 pieces, 8 pieces. Like, they've played okay, but they have not played like Minnesota. Nobody's played like Minnesota. I'm hoping someone can beat Minnesota from what I've seen so far. And again, it comes back down to injuries. Have the Vikings played better than Kansas City? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Have the Lions played respectfully? Yes. Have the Bills played respectfully? Yes. Are the Bears doing as well as I thought they would? Of course. 2-2. The Packers, considering they lost Jordan Love for a good portion of the season, are doing okay. They're still in it. The Falcons have redeemed themselves, right? And now are on top of the NFC South and the Buccaneers. And, if you look, there's a lot of very strong interchanging pieces here. The Saints could get hot, the Buccaneers could get hot, and the Falcons could get hot. Panthers, I don't see that. I don't see that. Not this year. Not to be mean. Yeah. So the league is very tight. Very tight. Um and all of them need one piece. Like if you give KC a really good receiver like Tyreek Hill, right? And he stays healthy. I I think they're going to win, guys. I think we got the three-peat. If they can acquire two receivers or someone to fill that gap for Travis, and Travis still can be big. We know that. He has the potential to be big in the playoffs. That's not beyond the realms of possibility. I can see that happening. But it's a very exciting time. It really is. Okay, I'm just going to look at video storage here for a second. We played Together We Rise this morning. We played A Source of Light this morning. We didn't play a lot of music. I'm just curious. Am I missing something with the Chargers? Do you think that they're going to make the playoffs? From what I've seen, the sample size that I've seen so far, I'm doubting it. Are they going to have a record better than last year? Yeah. Will it be much better? I don't think so. I think it's going to be better. How much better? I don't know. But, you can say it's injuries, right? And that's great. But here's the thing. All of these teams have suffered huge losses in the sense of injuries. Even the Bills are losing people left and right. And we have to remember that it's a 53 player roster. It's not just the 3 or 4 stars that makes the team, right? And if you look at a lot of these games, because they're so close, it's fumbles, it's strip sacks, it's returns, it's punting, it's kicking. Kicking is so huge now. It's insane how important that is to have a good kicker. I would say having a good kicker in this league now is important, if not important, than having a good receiver. No.
Rounds, it's on a celestial tour among his heavenly creations. Ain't no chore, collective uplift souls on the man. Negativity storm, some can't transcend. So fine, so cool, funk, deep, divine. So fresh, so hot, with a digital climb. So fine, so cool, funk groove, divine. So fresh, so hot, rhythms eternal. Look climb. So fine, so cool, so fresh, so hot, so heavenly. Look what God sent me. So sweet, so divine, so ahead of its time. Better blow your mind from frequency. Let the funk move you, let the funk move you on many levels like your mind, body, and spirit. Let the funk move you, let the funk move you on many levels like your mind, body, and spirit. Look at what God sent, pure love on display. With the ecstasy, let your soul sway. Emotional vampires try to drain the core. Toxic energy, the focus of a man, it's a war. Rise above, don't let them pull you low. Seek the dangerous souls where the pure love feel heavy. These vibes living with toxic, right? Nasty souls drag it down, man. It's a fight. Pure love, frequent fantasy. Elevate your sight, divine ecstasy. Brilliance of the night. So sweet, so divine. Ahead of time, funk frequency blowing minds. Oh, so sublime. So fine, so cool. Heavenly ride, listen to the groove. Enjoy, we climb. Sipping on bliss, harmony like a hymn. Breaking chains, no negative whim. Stay clear of thieves of light. Shine on, creating your own right. Sipping on bliss, harmony like a hymn. Breaking chains, no negative whim. Stay clear of thieves of light. Shine on, creating your own right. Let the numb move you, let the funk move you on many levels like your mind, body, and spirit. Let the funk move you, let the funk move you on many levels like your mind, body, and spirit. Look at what God sent, pure love on display. With the ecstasy, let your soul sway. The emotional vampires try to drain the core. Toxic energy, focus of a man is a war. Rise above, don't let them pull you low. Seek the kindred souls where the pure love flow heavy. These vibes living with toxic light. Move two legs to right, niggas do nothing with toxic light. I'm with you on many levels like your mind, body, and spirit. Let the funk move you, let the funk move you on many levels like your mind, body, and spirit. Look at what God sent, pure love on display. With the ecstasy, let your soul sway. Pure love frequency, elevate your sight, divine ecstasy. Brilliance of the drifting around like this on a celestial tour amongst heavenly creations. Ain't no chore, let the funk lift souls on the land. Negativity store, some can't transcend. So fine, so cool, heavenly ride, visit to the groove. Enjoy, we climb. So sweet, so divine. Ahead of time, funk frequency blowing minds. Oh, so sublime. So fine, so cool, heavenly rhyme. Dancing to the groove, enjoy, we climb. Sipping on bliss, harmony like a hymn. Breaking chains, no negative whim. Stay clear of thieves of light. Shine on, creating your own right. Sipping on bliss, harmony like a hymn. Breaking chains, no negative whim. Stay clear of thieves of light. Shine on, create your own right.
lyrics. So it sounded like it ended and then went, no, I'm not done. Let's try this. And then it did. It almost sounded like, a college band. Do you know what I mean by that? Horn section, right? The type they have on the field. Drum and horn band, I guess. I don't know what you call that, but very unique. The Groove Machine. I like that. I've only ever heard the full duration of it, I think once. And this is the second time, maybe. But yeah, that's when I most times will just end when it ends, because there is a break. It feels like about 3 or 4 seconds, but I was interested. I was looking, going, holy crap, there's still almost 2 minutes left in this song. What is it doing for 2 minutes? And that's the wonderful thing with Suno. We play Suno in the background here in Udio Creations, and we make images with Grok. And this is an image I made with Grok. Isn't that beautiful? And the hands are getting good. See how good? Back in the day, you would look and you would know, because the fingers wouldn't be right. Or everybody that was in the picture had the exact same face. Literally the same face. They were all like twins. That was another thing I noticed. But we're talking 6 months ago. So it has definitely changed a lot. I'm just going to have a quick look here and see if there's a couple things I can still show you. Okay. But it can make images like this. Here, I'll give you an example. That's kind of wild, eh? Look at that. Look at the detail of that. The layering. Now, the words on the field are a little wacko, but let's say you're spiritual and you need a really cool spiritual image. You've got this. You can make this. This was made with Grok as well. Or Grok. I always want to say Grok. I don't know why. It's like a brain tumor. And I wanted a logo, and it did this, and it did Shout MGB AI music, which is what we play on here. And then I also asked for spiritual. See here? So I got music creators. I got this strange image. And then you get very futuristic stuff like this as well. Look at this. Isn't that wild? Like, what is that? I don't know. And then you have, I think I asked for something very colorful, and I got this for Shout MGB. Let's see if I can show you the whole image right there. But that's cool. And these are the kind of images you can make. I find the more wording you have in it, the harder it is for it to do the renderings, right? That one's fun. That is a lot of fun. This one is disturbing. I like this one, though. And I think I asked for spiritual football. This is what I got. So I don't know how this equates to spiritual football. It's spiritual, but I don't think it has anything to do with football. I love this one. I've used this one already. Isn't that amazing? That is good. And it fired that out. Here we go. And I think I've asked for good morning, AI, music, and coffee lovers. So I'm definitely having, I think, my second cup of coffee this morning and fully enjoying it. And spending some time with you guys today. So thank you for being here. We appreciate you. If you can, like, share, subscribe, and have a morning where you smile. It is Friday. What a great day.
We're running from the fears of the mind. Do you dream the same dream every week? Could your guardian angels be whispering subtle messages in your dreams? They have brought you through countless chapters of your life. Never stop moving in the direction of healing. Keep making steady gains every week. Let your inner voice of reason guide you. Celebrate daily the people who love you. Take a moment today and give thanks for the many blessings in your life. I pray you find ways to replenish your spiritual energy. Spend some precious time in the loving energies of nature. Imagine nature is timeless. Here's all God left for us. Spend hours of each day with light. Give us dogs are a wonderful resource of unconditional love. Pray they live a long, joyous life, so you can enjoy each other's company daily. Life lessons, life connections, life celebrations. Your smile is infectious, it has the ability to affect us. So please smile often today. We are running from the fears of the mind. Do you dream the same dream every week? Could your guardian angels be whispering subtle messages in your dreams? They have led you through countless chapters of your life. Never stop moving in the direction of healing. Keep making steady gains every week. Let your inner voice of reason guide you. Celebrate daily the people who love you. Take a moment today and give thanks for the many blessings in your life. I pray you find ways to replenish your spiritual energy. Spend some precious time in the loving energies of nature. Imagine nature is timeless, even tool God left for us. Spend hours of each day with light. Give us dogs are a wonderful resource of unconditional love. Pray they live a long, joyous life, so you can enjoy each other's company daily. Life lessons, life connections, life celebrations. Your smile is infectious, it has the ability to affect us. So please smile often today. Life lessons. Life lessons.
All right, life lessons. There you go, Smile Remix 2. So I'm going to show you what I'm looking at right now before I go. Let's see. Is it right here? Yeah, I'm just going to push this little button. Boom. There we go. And that's a cool screen, but that's not the one I want. Okay, so the one I want is this one right here. There we go. Now you'll see it. And I need to make it like this so we can both see it. Okay, you're not going to see much that way. How about this way? Yeah, not bad. That's pretty good, actually. So we're looking here at ranking, and we've still got CD Lamb and Tyreek Hill at the top of the list here. Christian McCaffrey is not going. That's not going to happen. Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. Yeah, I think that's a good choice. Yeah, Brees Hall could be. AJ Brown hasn't been super effective lately, but not terrible. Bijan Robinson, he was okay. They really contained him. Garrett Wilson has been kind of firing at half cylinders. Jonathan Taylor has been phenomenal. He's been really good. And bye week 7. Oh, it's telling you the bye weeks. This is great. Oh, that's very handy. Puka Nakua. All right, and we've got Saquon. And Saquon is on a bye week this week. Derrick Henry, always a good choice. Very good choice. And his bye week is the 14th week. We got Debo Samuel. And he was not super effective. Jamar Gibbs has been okay this year, but not overly active. Josh Allen has been phenomenal. Mike Evans was on fire last night. He was wonderful. Marvin Harrison Jr. is always a good choice. Green Williams is good, but his team is not so great. Nico Collins, one of my favorites. Drake London was unbelievable last night. Yeah. Yeah, so it's not showing the stats there for that yet. So this is a good list, though. It gives you a good idea. Joe Mixon for Houston. Yeah, he's always effective. James Cook, yes. Mark Andrews, no. Tank Dell, yes, always love him. He's wonderful. Anthony Richardson is always kind of Russian roulette. That's what they're saying. Kyler Murray is one of the best. James Conner has been incredible lately. His rating right now is phenomenal. It's a 5. Look at that. It's a 5. I don't think there is another 5 here. Is there another 5? Josh Allen. Josh Allen's a 5. Okay. So, yeah, interesting. I love this. This is a wonderful running back right here, even though he only has 2 stars. Chuba Hubbard. Unbelievable. Aaron Rodgers is 3 stars, it looks like here. Dalton Schultz is a 4-star ranking. Yeah. So not bad. But if you look, oh, look at this, Will Levis. Now, why is he ranked so well? Is he good for fantasy? He must be. I'm missing something there. I'll have to figure that one out. Okay, what do we got here? They are playing. Quickly see if an injured player is likely to suit up. Check your players. View your teams. Okay, it's just giving you points here. That's awesome. Yeah. All right. Are they playing? Chance to play. Oh, this is cool. I've never seen this. Oh. Neighbors is 12% chance of playing. And it gives you the details. This is really helpful. Let's see here what his status is. Limited practice Wednesday, full practice Thursday, and he's looking like he could play. And you also have to say to yourself too, is it worth the risk of playing, right? 81%, 91%. Oh, so Josh Allen. What's going on with Josh Allen? I didn't even know about this. SRAL model predicts 91% chance that Josh Allen will play on Sunday against the Texans is based on several factors, including his position, type of injury, and practice participation. What's this? Oh, is this his hand? Waiting for practice report. Huh. Get an injury report for your teams. Sync your teams. This is very cool. This is news to me. I really like this. This is awesome. Now, to anybody who does fantasy, this doesn't mean anything, but to me, it does. I do more things on feelings, but this is more logical. ETN is 85% chance. Joe Burrow, 91%. So he's Tank Dale, 85%. Anthony Richards, 83%. Jordan Love, 91%. So, God, it's so many people playing hurt, eh? T-Lock, 76%. 36% for, let's look here. Taysom Hill, questionable. Rib. Oh, it shows you right there. This is really good. I like this a lot. So I'm going to put a star here and add this. Done. There we go. Gabe Davis, shoulder, ankle. Look at all these groin, hamstring, shoulder, hamstring, knee, hamstring, calf, ankle. Non-injury. Don't know what that's about. Let's have a look here. What's this here? Questionable. Non-injury. Okay. Very cool. What else do we have here? Knee, foot, dehydration. I've never seen that before. That's a new one for me. Which means severe cramping, right? Probably. I like that very much. Search players, my team, And you can look at QBs. So let's look at QBs here. 93% Rodgers, 81% Russell Wilson. Let's see here. Skylar Thompson, 81%, questionable, ribs. So this is very cool. I could look at this for too long. But thank you. My team. Sync your league. This is very cool. Dashboard. Top available. Trade Central. Autopilot. Top available. This is very cool. Cheat sheet. All this. Big money in this stuff, guys. Big money. All right. Let's get rid of some of these and this. Love this chart. Oh, I'm back and on track. All right. I might play one more tune and call it a day here. But yeah, the Groove Machine was fun. I really like that. Got some tapping going on in the background here. Let's see here what we got. Let's go to music. Go to AI. Maybe we'll play something interesting, different. And yeah, I haven't played this one in a while. This one's fun. 60 Jazz Masters. That might be one I might anticipate or a retooling. You know, I try to do that as much as I can with Udio. Udio, I've had some very cool creations recently that I should try to play. And the Smile one I like. The Groove Machine is fun. Let's get rid of these. And we'll have a... So 60s Jazz Masters is one of the ones we're going to play in the future here. And then we've got, let's see here. Let's do this one. Unconditional and Grace. I remember that. Here we go. Be back in 2.
In the smoky jazz clubs of the 60s, where the music flowed like a river so free, Miles Davis with his horn so cold and setting fire to the night his story told. Jazz masters of the 60s, legends in their own right, playing tunes that pierce the soul out of sight. Coltrane saxophone wails in the dark, creating magic, leaving its mark. The notes from West Montgomery stream to sound so heavily it lifts you up and sing. Bill Evans on the keys, painting melodies bright, guiding us through the shadows of the night. Jazz masters of the 60s, crafting timeless art. Their music speaks to the depths of the heart. Nina Simone's voice, a voice of nature strong, speaking truth in every lyric, right where she belongs. The 60s jazz masters, the golden era divine. Their music transcends like age fine wine. Legends like Ella Fitzgerald, shining stars above. Their legacy lives on, a testament of love. So let's raise a glass to the jazz heroes of old. The music everlasting, a tale retold. The echoes of the 60s, their spirits remain. Jazz masters of the past forever reign.
Like I said, 2 minutes. That's exactly what that was. 2 minutes. 2 minutes total. Let's see if we can show you what I'm looking at right now. Notifications right here. There you go. You can see this as well. What I'm seeing. It's a little big. Little big. Let's try this. Okay, that's way better. Mindfulness is about focusing your attention on your emotions, your thoughts, and the sensations you experience during this moment without judgment. Agreed. Agreed. Very nice. And that's Donika Gunther. Very nice. And she's available for coaching and all kinds of other stuff. She's a lot of fun. I highly recommend spending time with her on Monday on her channel on what is it? MySpace. No, not MySpace. What am I saying? Remember MySpace? Oh my God. Twitter Spaces. What do they call now? X Spaces? You can take that many ways. Unconditional and grace. Check this out.
Can you feel the energy growing? Can you see the miracles unfolding? Can you release the pain from the past? In the moments of stillness, can you send blessings to the world? Can you forgive yourself for moments of weakness? We are all connected to the higher energies. We are all connected to new waves of frequency. We are all connected to the healing vibrations. Can you feel the energy growing? Can you see the miracles unfolding? Can you release the pain from the past? In the moments of stillness, can you send blessings to the world? Can you forgive yourself for moments of weakness? We are all connected to the higher energies. We are all connected to new waves of frequency. We are all connected to the healing vibrations. Unconditional love and grace. We take steps to new levels of spiritual clarity. Choose to be the light you desire most in this world. Feel the greatest passions awakening within your deepest core. Stars borrowed, lessons borrowed too. In a world borrowed, where souls accrue. Silent whispers in every glance, a story told. One more happenstance. Stop.
All right. Welcome to the spiritual side of football with some AI music in between. And we're just going to, for a moment here, I can play music in the background as well. It's getting really loud. All right. Let's see here what we've got. Let's check. What are you currently grateful for? I always do that at the end of the show. There you go. Thank you. And if you can put it in the comments, I would love that. And if you can support this broadcast by buying us a coffee anytime you feel the need, we love coffee. Coffee is a great thing. If you're a coffee company and you would like to send me coffee, I'm very open to that. And you can find me at shoutmgb@gmail.com. I can put that in there too. I should put this in here so you can, if you ever want to get a hold. You can also follow me on Twitter on here. I'll show you. Is it going to do it? Nope. Let's try it again. Hear all the grinding? Grind. All right. And we have this one as well that we recently made. This was made with Grok. Isn't that cool? And then we've got the Bell Kings, which we have not mentioned. And every Sunday at 10:30 Eastern, you can see Tony D, Fireman Rich, myself, Ted Hicks sometimes, and Brian. And we are always open to taking your fantasy predictions, and doesn't mean we're going to give you accurate information, but we'll always try. I think it's really tough this year to find anything that is solid. Like, there's no sources right now that are giving you 100%. They never will. But if you can get a source that's about 60% right, you're doing better than most. So, however you're doing, if you're getting around 60%, you're doing really well. So, we're looking here, and I don't know if you can read that. Let's see if we can put that here. I think the NFL QB should have at least 14% body fat. Not a lot of QBs in the Hall of Fame have a six pack. And there might be some benefit to it. I still think this is the best coach in the league. I really do. And I think he could be in the league for a little longer. I would not be shocked, though, if they win the three-peat. If that happens, he will retire. That would not shock me. Anybody know who this is? This is one of my favorite wide receivers, Mike Evans, who played phenomenal. Hopefully you had a wonderful coffee this morning. Thank you for being here. We appreciate you and all that you do. Please like, share, leave a comment. It makes a world of difference. Talk to you soon. Have a glorious day and continue to be a source of light, even in the darkest places. I want to see if I can find one more craziness. I just want to give you an example right here. This is good. Right there. Right there. There you go. I like this one, actually. This one is kind of cool. Check it out. Spiritual side of football. It's nice. It's a little loony, but it's